Hello and welcome to our podcast. My podcast, The Debrief, where I get people in the car. And I've got Brad Oakes in the back. Yellow Brad.
Hello! I'm in the back.
He's in the back. He's normally in the front. And Henry.
Wait, but what do we debrief?
Henry Yam. Well, we debrief after the gig.
Going for a drive, do a little gig, then drive back with the chat. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief.
So we talk before the gig.
Oh.
And we talk about what we think it's going to be like. And then we do the gig. And then we get in the car and we talk about the gig.
Oh,
Sounds
I
like
see.
Henry's never listened to it.
Yeah, it sounds like you've never listened to it. But that's all right. It doesn't matter. You don't have to. I don't care.
I do like how this podcast has two penguins.
I've got two penguins in my car.
Yeah,
That's my
it's-
favourite animal.
Is it?
The penguin, yeah.
Oh man, that's cool.
I love penguins.
Yeah.
They're good.
They're pretty chill.
They are.
I read somewhere that, I can't remember what race of people call it, but they call the penguin the business goose.
Oh, that's funny.
Have you ever
business
heard that?
goose? No. No, I
Yeah.
love the business goose. Now, Brad, tell everyone where we're going.
We're heading to, we're going to an RSL, a RSL,
Yeah, which one?
in Epping.
Okay, Epping. So
Yeah.
now, give the mic back to Henry because we're going to. I don't know if Henry would even. Where are you from? You're a New Zealander, aren't you, Henry?
Yeah, New Zealand. I just had an idea I need to write down.
Oh, he's got an idea. Hang on. We're seeing the magic happening in front of us, Brad.
Yeah.
Right. What's he writing down? Penguin, goose.
Say it on air.
I can't read that.
I just wrote penguin is all torso. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah. The penguin is all torso.
Yeah,
You're
so I
right.
just thought that was a very funny idea. I should
It's not- well,
probably
I don't know.
refine.
Bust
Like most birds.
like most birds.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Birds have weak legs.
So Henry, where are you from in New Zealand? Gotta get to-
Auckland. Do you know?
Oh yeah, I've been to
Yeah,
Auckland.
yeah,
Yeah. I went to New Zealand in the '70s. My dad, he retired from the Air Force. He got his super, and we went on a Kentucky tour of New Zealand.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but Kentucky it wasn't like just young people rooting each other. There are other families on the bus by memory.
Wait, how you went with your dad?
Mum and dad, yeah, and my brothers. Yeah, I was in grade 4.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the '70s.
okay,
It would have been
yeah,
like
yeah.
1970.
I'm sorry, New Zealand Kentucky tour. That sounds like you're practicing to go on a proper Kentucky tour.
Yeah, and then the Kentucky tour was only on the North Island. The South Island, Dad and Mum got a van. We drove around. or
Oh,
something.
that's cool. Yeah,
That's cool. But I remember, it was amazing. New Zealand was incredible.
It's the best place in the world.
And why aren't you there?
Yeah, people tend to leave, you know.
But there's so many Kiwi comics here doing well.
That's because only the good ones make it out.
Well, true. Someone was
if you-
saying, I can't remember if it was Ray O'Leary or someone was telling me, you go back to New Zealand, the scene's not any good anymore. Yeah, because all you fuckers are over here now.
Yeah. The thing about
And we
Ray
can-
is
yeah.
he's so hack. Like, man, I hate that.
That's all right. He's been on this podcast. But we know you're joking. We know you guys all meet on a Monday night and
Yes.
plan our
Yeah,
downfall.
We do. We seriously do.
Yeah, you have a whiteboard with O'Neill Oakes's photos up there. These two guys, they're easy targets.
Well, we're already taking you guys down.
Okay, what's the plan?
Well, it's with their wide combs. It's like when
Yes.
their shearers came over in the 80s and
Yeah.
took everyone out.
They play. Okay, what's the plan? Melanie, you get a TV show. Good one.
Yeah.
And just employ other New Zealanders. Very good. Who's going to suck up to the working dog people? I'm onto it, says
Well,
Ray.
have you seen Guy Montspelling?
Oh, yes, true.
Yes.
And Guy,
Yet another show to take over.
come up with a spelling show.
Yes.
I don't know maybe he's the captain. Maybe he's the general.
Guy is the general.
Is he
yeah.
the general?
Yeah, I'd say
I
so,
thought
yeah,
so. And you're
Guy's
one of the
the general.
workers.
Yeah.
I reckon Melanie tries to get to the meeting, but she doesn't make it very often because she's really busy now.
I'm just a cleaner, you know. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here if you need, you know.
And there must be a few guys that we don't even know of that are just going, why aren't I famous? I'm a Kiwi. I love the fact a guy in the Comedy Festival in Melbourne recently did a show called Another Kiwi Comedian. Who was that? That was a funny.
I
Who's
think that was Tony Lau.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it's funny.
yeah.
I'm like, what? There's one that isn't famous?
Well, it's crazy because Kiwi comics are liked here, but in New
Yes.
Zealand they're not.
Yeah.
so-
Well, yeah, it's a cultural cringe. It's pathetic.
That's probably the same with Australia.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
They
but we
hate
can't go.
Australian-
Where can we go though? We can't go anywhere. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you could probably go UK. They might like you there.
No, I've done the UK. You've
Yeah.
done bit of UK, Brad, haven't you?
Yeah.
and it's kind of like they
Yeah,
put up with you. But I mean, they're obviously like Adam Hills and
I think
Barry
we've had our
Humphries.
day over there.
Yeah.
And I think there's some Kiwis doing very well over in there. Who was that woman who won Taskmaster?
oh, who's that? I don't
Can't
know.
think of her name. She's very funny.
Well, and also old mate, you know, from the Concords.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Reese Darby.
Reese, yeah.
He'd be on your phone call. He'd be on your meeting. He'd just be zooming in there for a few minutes.
He's already led the way.
Yeah, him and the Concords.
He'd probably be like Charlie and Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, just a voice.
Just on the
Is that really you, or is that an AI version, Reese?
Yeah.
No, mate, it's really me. It's really me. I'm here. I was in Hunt for the Wilder People. That's right.
Man. Yeah, the
Oh,
Concords
man.
were also hated quite a
yeah.
lot by New Zealand before they got
Really?
big. Yeah.
They were loved by Australians.
Yeah.
They're very fun. They're nice guys too. Anyway, I remember when they came out here. Anyway, so how long did you comedy in Auckland for?
Maybe about 3 years. This is my 5th year, so I think maybe
You've
2
done all
or 3
right
years.
then. And so you're an engineer?
Yeah. By
What sort?
Mechanical, but I don't like it. You know.
Do you still work as an engineer?
Yes. You know, I am not big and famous like you guys, so
Sure.
I don't own a mansion. I just came from Dave's house, and man,
It's not
that's a
It's
mansion.
one story, mate.
I would like. That's the type of house I would like to rob.
Yeah. So you're
know?
still working as an engineer?
Yeah. But it's really hard. I need to find a part-time maybe.
Yeah.
Because I find like you just don't have enough time. Like,
Well, you'd be exhausted
oh
from
yeah,
doing
and
engineering.
yeah. The worst thing is like you're using your peak brain power for
Yeah.
stuff that doesn't matter.
Do you work for a big company or the government or?
Oh, now it's a smaller company.
Okay,
yeah.
all
So,
Do they know you do comedy?
oh yeah, it's not
Okay.
great.
Oh, so they go, he's meant to be funny, this bloke. He does comedy. He's doing a gig
they
with
do that,
Brad
yeah.
O'Neill on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know him. Yeah.
I think the key is when you have a job, you don't tell them you do comedy.
Well, they'll find out, though.
They will eventually.
Doing this
yeah.
podcast, yeah, and then they turn up to your gig.
Oh man.
But you're funny, so if they turn up,
I found when I started having a job, and when I had jobs, telling them I was a comedian excused a lot of things I did badly.
yeah, true. And also, Henry, you know what? It's good to have a job to motivate you to become a comedian more and more, because you know you that's good that you've had a job, because there's nothing worse. And there's quite a few examples in the comedy industry of someone who goes straight into comedy and never worked in a shit job. And your job's not even shit; it's a profession.
Yeah.
But engineering's full on though.
Yeah, it's too much. It takes
A
too
lot of
much
responsibility.
Oh,
A lot of
man,
responsibility.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
And the problem is when you do comedy as well, you do it poorly. You do engineering poorly because you just don't.
Hang on, is there a building going to collapse because of your career?
Well, I'm a mechanical, so this car.
The car, yeah, mechanical. Yeah, mechanical.
Wait, did you have a job when you were?
Oh, yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah. Well, this podcast is not about me.
Oh, okay.
No, I studied to be a teacher, and then I worked for the Red Cross as a field officer. It was like public education job, you know, giving talks.
Oh, okay.
And I
Sold some hot dogs, I believe.
yeah, that was a part-time job in the hot dog shop. And then I worked in a private PR company, but then I got sacked. And then when I started comedy, I always had such as warehousing jobs, and I worked at TAFE because my dad was a TAFE teacher. But Brad was a union organizer.
Yeah, I was a
And
union organizer.
tax department.
And I also sold some hot dogs. So I've got
Yeah.
a bit of cachet here.
But I never did a full-on professional job while doing comedy. I got sacked from my professional job, and then I started doing comedy. And so I kept getting offered, not a lot, but I kept getting offered, you know, full-on PR jobs where you have to be there 9 to 6 every day. And
So-
I just kept saying no.
Hen-
No.
Henry, do you know there's a guy, Max Zadnik, who I think he's an automotive engineer as well. Does a bit of comedy.
Yeah.
Do you know Max?
He's a lovely man.
Do you talk about engineering with him or
Yeah. Oh, nah. We just talk.
comedy?
Yeah. I tell him, you gotta stop doing those jokes.
Automotive engineer. And what suburb do you work in?
Right now, Ringwood, but
Oh, yeah, that's where I grew up, man. You can go,
Oh, really?
go and see the statue of me.
Yeah.
I'm actually Mitcham, and so was Brad. Mitcham's the next suburb to Ringwood. Yeah.
The problem is I don't have enough money to tribute every day, you know?
Yeah. No, we don't. But do you get a train out? No, you
No,
drive.
I drive. Yeah.
Yeah, Ringwood's not too bad.
But the question is, when do you...
When you stop working,
Yeah.
it's when you start earning enough money to live.
Oh, yeah. I earn,
You got
like,
wealthy
not that
parents,
much.
or
Nah, I'm so poor.
what did your dad do for a job?
He's like a handyman.
Yeah, man, that's like an engineer. Similar to my dad, who was a fitter and turner.
Yeah.
They could have been engineers, these guys, but they just
Yeah.
didn't have those opportunities.
I feel like,
reckon.
yeah, because they're probably more, like, they know more about engineering than engineers.
Of course.
But,
What about your mum? Is she still working?
she's like a housewife, so yeah.
Yeah, it's like my mum.
But we're pretty poor.
You're
so
poor.
I don't think I couldn't.
You
just-
can't hit up them. You got brothers or sisters?
Yeah, one older, one younger.
And what are they
sister,
doing?
Older brother. Older brother's an engineer. My younger sister's also an engineer. So
I
parents are
love
happy.
it. Your dad and mum. We're so proud. Henry is a letdown. He's trying comedy in
Yeah,
Australia.
dude, man. When I
He's
first
a
started,
failure.
it was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't have understood it. What was
They,
going on?
they did not. They didn't think talking could get you money.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, you just got to keep going. Didn't you win Raw? Did you win Raw?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty
So
good.
there's three of you as engineers. So you're kind of like the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The band. They're a band.
Okay.
They're an Australian English band that
Yeah.
had a lot of hits, like
Oh,
Staying
yeah.
Alive.
Oh,
you are
yeah.
young, but the Bee Gees.
I know Staying Alive. Yeah.
They had high voices, and they were three brothers who sang together.
Yeah. Oh, but question: is Roar even that prestigious?
Yes.
Now? Oh, it still is.
Well, to win it is. As I've always said, and someone said this to me tonight, all competitions are shit until you win one, and then they're good. Well, you got to look at some of the people that won. Not everyone who wins Raw goes on to great things, but like
Yeah.
Hannah Gadsby won Raw.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Thomas, did he win Raw, or did a few famous people came second too, didn't they, Brad? Like Celia Piccola.
Oh, yeah,
came second
yeah.
maybe.
I mean, it's cool. It's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, who was in your year? Who did you beat? Who, do you
Who
remember?
did I beat?
Who did you beat?
Shout out to my boy Rafa Menajum. Do you know?
I don't know him.
Oh, okay. William Wang.
Oh, I know William Wang.
Meg.
Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
I know her. Yeah, she's funny. Well,
she's-
that's pretty
she's
good
funny,
competition. No, I think winning a Raw is a good thing. Absolutely. And did you go to Edinburgh then?
Yeah.
And how was that?
Oh, it was really interesting. Yeah, I bombed like really hard for the first 2 weeks.
Did you say you bombed or bonded?
Bombed.
Oh, bombed.
Yeah. Because I was just like, what?
I shouldn't laugh.
Nah, that's fair. I love bombing. But I think I realized like they have never seen an Asian that speaks with like
Yeah.
Kiwi accent, so they just
Yeah.
couldn't get past
Yeah, it's like what's his name? Stephen K. Almost talks about when he goes to America, they can't cope with his face and his accent
yeah,
together.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, they don't.
And it's
what?
kind of annoying having to start a gig, like just waste some time talking about that.
Yeah,
You just
I'm
wanna
Asian,
go
but
into
I've
joke.
got a Kiwi accent, and then your Kiwi accent's not even that strong.
Yeah, it's not that strong.
No.
Yeah.
No, I would never. I just thought you were Australian when I met you.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the annoying thing. So, but yeah, because ideally you just want to talk about stuff you want to talk about.
Yeah,
you know?
But sometimes,
But
yeah.
I guess if you're not a superstar international sensation like Dave O'Neill,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But of course, Henry's famous for asking me how much money I earned once, Brad, and I told him. I got to say though, that was a very good year when you asked me.
Oh yeah,
My year has
things
not
have
been that
changed.
good. Yeah, not
Yeah,
as
yeah.
good. But were you shocked when I told you? And I loved your statement. You said, "But I don't see you in any gigs." And I said, "Mate, I don't do the gigs that you're doing. I'm not doing Comedy Republic.
What? You don't do
or,
open mics?
Nah, I don't do open mics.
Damn, you got to do open mics.
Why?
I don't know, just to feel humiliation.
No.
Oh.
Open mics weren't a thing when we started. We started our own, didn't we, Brad? Really? When we started. I started like the Smith Street, anyway, whatever, comedy cabaret, and we call them comedy nights. But now you think about it, they're open mic nights, basically.
They're open mic. We call them tryout nights.
Yeah.
But we kind of assimilated it into paid work maybe a little bit quicker than people do these days.
Yeah, because we would go and do the Comedy Cafe would have an amateur night on Thursdays. Le Joke had one on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to go and do like the Star and Garter. They'd have two amateurs on. Then there'd be like pros headlining and emceeing and stuff.
But there were
So it was all mixed in with
and there were
pros.
audiences.
Yeah, they were good audiences,
Yeah.
not just other comedians. They
Yeah,
were just
so
good audiences.
not like there's a lot more gigs these days, Henry, but a lot of them are only attended by people with crazy laughs and diehards.
And open. Yeah, and open. I run a lot of gigs myself, so that's where I do my new material. I don't have
Oh,
to.
that's so good, eh?
Yeah, I don't have to go to whatever Dirty Secrets on a Tuesday or wherever you go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how many open mics do you do?
I do a lot. I do pretty much most gigs in Melbourne. So, yeah, I just try to gig as much as I can. Like,
It's a good idea.
I try to hit, like, on a slow week, maybe 5.
Wow, that's good.
And
That's what
then
you should be doing.
On a good week, maybe 7, 8, maybe.
So you used to see Alessio Carduccio. He used to do them all, didn't
man.
he?
He was the
The king.
legend. Yeah,
He was
he's
the
the
king.
king of Melbourne comedy.
Billy Styles was
Yeah,
he out there?
Billy's out there on the streets. Yep.
Yeah, actually doing gigs on the street.
Yeah, yeah, he would. Yeah.
But do you get on at like the lounge and place like that? And
I've been on lounge once.
okay, the
And,
basement
I get on basement. Yes,
Yeah.
I was just on basement last weekend. So
and
Republic.
Republic.
Yeah. So I think like
These are all Melbourne rooms for anyone
yeah,
listening.
lounge not so much. It'd be nice to get on again.
Oh,
but
you'll
I,
get
I
on,
don't
yeah.
know. Like I don't know how to get on though. Like I'm not
Well,
that
just-
good at networking. It's
it's a skill, but
How
I
do
mean,
you network, Dave O'Neill?
just turn up and go.
I know
Hey,
Dave.
yeah, I know Dave O'Neill, and go, hey, I really like your shirt. And
But
then
what if
and
you
then,
don't? Should I just
And then
bring a
go,
shirt in case? Like, oh,
what-
you should
what-
probably wear
yeah,
this.
And just go, what footy team does he back for? Oh, the Magpies. Hey, what about those Magpies? Yeah, they're going well. Can I get you a drink? I was always pretty good at networking, but I don't do it much anymore.
Oh, yeah, because you don't need to.
I don't need
but-
to. I don't need to.
Yeah,
Brad,
I'm very-
networking? Ask Brad. Brad, are you a networker?
I'm not the best at networking because I've never been the best at kind of
I think Brad's a bit of a truth teller. Whereas because I came from a public relations background, I'm good at lying. You know what I mean? Lying and bullshitting.
I'm great at lying. I mean, look at my routine; it's all lies. But I'm just not good at suffering fools.
My dad could talk to anyone, and I've inherited that trait.
Yeah.
Where I can just talk to anyone.
You do get along with everybody, and
Hey, sign for Epping.
wow,
We're on the right way, guys. I'm so excited.
Well, yes, but it's networking. I think you are networking, Dave, because everybody knows you in the open mic scene, Henry.
Who, me? No. Oh,
Me?
Henry.
Oh, people know me?
Yeah, and,
oh.
you're not, and you know what? You're not an asshole, so you'll be all right, and you're funny. So I think you'll be all right in the long run.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
And you wouldn't be one of those rude. Very important not to be rude to people, because if you're rude to people, they'll remember it, and then they won't. If they become someone, they won't give you a gig.
But it's like, why would you? Yeah, I feel like.
Oh, people are rude to people all the time.
I feel like.
Kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see, like, yeah, it's just not good.
No. Well, I'm sure your parents were polite and they taught you well. I mean, if someone's mean to you, you can kick back, but or or just being rude, like giving you a bad introduction, for example. I hate.
Oh,
hate
on
that.
getting on, like when you get on.
No. When they say, "Oh, this next bloke," I had this guy say, we've had a lot of funny comedians, and we've also got Dave O'Neill tonight. That kind of thing.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
fuck off.
dude! I had this
It
one.
wasn't you, Oaksy.
Oh man,
It was Greg. Yeah, go on.
I had this one where the guy introduced me. He's like, "Oh, this next guy, I've never seen him, but I can guarantee he's not going to be as funny as the guy you just saw."
What?
It was so
Who was
funny.
that?
Oh, I don't want to call him out, but I love the guy. Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
To be fair, he's never seen me, but
Oh,
it was a
far
really
out.
funny way to introduce
That's
someone.
just rude.
Oh,
Anyway, were you shocked at the amount of money that comedians earn?
yeah.
Because I said to you when
yeah.
I told you how much I earned, I said, "Why don't you ask Husey or Kitty Flanagan?
Oh yeah,
they're,
man.
they're the next level up."
You should talk to me, Henry, and then you won't be so shocked.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Actually, Husey was just because I was on a gig with Husey. At,
well, what do you mean I earn millions of dollars? He always goes to me, I tell him, so much money did you earn? I say, he goes, and the rest. I go, no, that's it. No, and the rest. No, that's it, Husey.
Yeah, he was complaining the other day about how his super is like $3 million or something.
Oh,
and like how it's
Jesus.
gonna get taxed. He's on my super.
Yeah,
was
see,
like,
my
oh,
super's
man.
not. My super's 300 grand, I reckon. We had a great conversation in the radio studio once with Nathan Buckley. He was a former Collingwood captain and coach, right? And
Yeah.
he said, usually goes, I reckon I earn more money than you, Nathan. And Nathan goes, $1 million in sponsorship alone.
Oh,
And Husey goes, okay, you win, all right.
oh,
Yeah, imagine that.
man.
Anyway, well, no, you can earn good money in comedy. And,
Yeah.
you know,
That would be the dream. That would be the
Well,
dream.
you've got everything going for you. You'll be
You reckon?
fine. Yes.
Okay.
You're going to Epping.
Oh, yes.
Are these
amazing.
pops?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to Epping, and also you've got diversity. They love a bit of diversity now.
Oh, yeah.
you try being a fat white guy like me and Oaksy.
Oh, yeah. That's
Fine in the 90s.
yeah. Your time is done.
The time's done. Henry's mate. We'll be supporting you.
Oh, man.
You'll be the next Aaron Chen, and we'll be.
man.
Can we? Do you reckon Henry will take my phone call? I don't know.
Oh, man. That'd be crazy.
You know,
man.
Ronnie used to support
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, really?
Ronnie Chang. Yeah,
Jesus. That's crazy.
of course.
How did they get so far?
Well, Aaron and Ronnie are both very funny for
Yeah,
a start.
Yeah.
They're both nice people, and Ron, I don't know about Aaron, but Ronnie's very good at business. I got to say.
Oh, yeah. He
Good
seems like
business
someone
sense.
that's very
Yeah,
good at
yeah,
networking
yeah,
as well.
Yeah, and it was just a combination of not luck but timing. I reckon with Ronnie, don't you reckon, Brad?
Ronnie, I don't know about Aaron. I don't know Aaron very well, but I know Ronnie always had a plan as well.
Yeah, you know,
know.
he's a lawyer. He went to
Yeah.
Melbourne Uni, so he's not stupid. Timing in terms of when he turned up. So not the timing of his jokes. It's like the timing of when he turned up on the scene in the world. Because Australia had never really had an angry Asian comic like we had Asian comics like Ando,
Yeah.
Asian Australians, but they were kind of friendly and happy. Whereas Ronnie's like, he used to say, "What is it with you white people?" I'm gonna do his voice. With your shoes in the house and your potatoes, you disgust me. You know?
Yeah, it's so true.
So
though.
and there you go.
Yeah.
And so once he started talking like that, and people got onto that, and people like other Asian people saw him and went, "Oh, this guy's saying exactly what I think."
Yeah.
He did the comedy festival.
Yeah.
It's not dissimilar to Husey. What happened with him? He did like the gala. He did a spot that took off. It just got word of mouth, and he eventually did the big room in the town hall, and then he got famous via that. And then didn't Trevor Noah see him on a plane, just on a video? And,
Yeah.
And then just said, or did a gig with him and said, "I love this guy," and that's what happened.
Man, the gala is like so cool, eh? Like it.
Have you done the gala?
I was able to do the New Zealand one this year, but I haven't
Fantastic.
done the Melbourne one. But it really helps shift tickets.
Yeah, but not. It used to be massive, but not so much anymore, I think. But if you get your clip online, there's always
Yeah.
someone that takes off. I reckon
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah.
Happened to Tommy Little too, actually.
Oh, he took off.
Yeah, from the gala. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like.
I did it
lightning in a
6
bottle,
times
eh?
and never took off. But anyway, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
mate.
At least I did it. But anyway, yeah, you'll be right, I reckon. You'll be right.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be funnier. Like I think.
Just keep doing gigs.
Yeah, because you know how people like they like focus on like socials.
Fuck, are we going to Sydney? The fuck? Anyway, go on.
Yeah. Like people focus on socials and all that other stuff, but I feel like being funny is gonna give
Yeah.
you everything you need.
Yeah.
Or everything that you deserve, maybe.
That said, you should put clips online. Do you do that or?
Oh yeah, sometimes, but I need to do it more.
Yeah, well, everyone needs to do it more. But
Yeah. But I try to, but yeah, growing socials is really hard. I respect people who can do it.
oh, so do I.
Yeah.
Don't we all do, don't we, Brad? We all want to do it, but again, that's luck and persistence. I reckon
Yeah.
you just got to keep doing it.
Can I ask, when did you peak?
When did I peak?
Yeah.
Nah, next week. When did I peak? I never really peaked, did I, Brad? Did I? Oh, 2000s.
2000s? Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know. I was on TV a lot in the. When was that? Like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Did Spicks and Specs a lot, and then Agony Uncles and all that sort of stuff. I was on the radio. Yeah, maybe 10 years ago.
And how long does a comedian peak for on the
Oh,
average?
look, the thing is to try and maintain some kind of profile.
Yeah.
isn't it, Brad? You just gotta. You know what? It's like a black art that no one talks about.
Yeah.
But like, look at Hughesy. So he's been back on TV and now he's drawing big crowds again. But he dropped off for a little bit, probably. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because he was concentrating on radio.
Yeah, radio or whatever.
But he's gone back to what he really likes. But he's kind of stayed up there, and
he stayed up.
You know, Loz Mooney, Kitty Flanagan. You know, Carl Barron's only just got to fart and people say he'll sell 1 million tickets.
Well, in a way, I got a profile when there were more TV shows and there was only TV. There was no internet.
Oh.
So when I was doing Spicks and Specs, and I went on it 69 times, that's a lot. And that there was no internet. There were no other distractions. Now, there's guys like Luke Kidgel and those guys that just do TikTok and Insta, whatever, clips.
Yeah.
And they're much bigger than any of us.
Yeah.
They do theatres.
But you kind of see where you should put your time.
Yeah, well, that's it. But you're right. You should just put it into stand-up, but you should also try and get it. I mean, there's no point being the best comic, but no one knows about it.
Yeah.
So you got to let people know that you're funny. And that's all social media now, unfortunately.
Yeah, but also when you watch social media, you don't have to be that funny.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
but you know what happens there is that they'll get an audience and people will come the first year, but they won't come back the second year, I reckon, because if you're not funny when they turn up,
then
then they're not going to come back.
Yeah.
They'll move on to someone else because there's always someone new on the internet,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Also, how hard is it to retain audience year to year?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It just goes up and down,
Oh, okay.
I reckon. Because I reckon when people are so famous, they just get people coming along just because they're out of curiosity, you know what I mean?
Instead of fans,
Yeah.
So I think part of it too is that if you want to stay up there, it's people convincing other people to come and see you. Because you can have your rusted-on, die-hard fans, but they're only going to fill one seat. So if you've got like a table of 4, 4 people sitting in theatre seats watching you, somebody has said to 3 people, "Hey, we should go and see Dave O'Neill."
Yeah.
And so you've got to stay relevant.
You've got to, it's important for someone like me doing podcasts, but also doing radio on the ABC and stuff, occasional TV appearances. That's what keeps me relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Because I remember saying to a guy in Geelong, "Well, why do you reckon I draw a crowd, in Geelong, and as opposed to someone else who's has been around as long as me?" He goes, "Well, you're still on things and stuff." That's what he said. You're still on things and stuff. Anyone knows you. Because everyone can know you, but still not come to your gigs too. That's a factor, I reckon. People go, "Oh, I know that guy," and then there's people that are hot. Like say, your mate Guy Montgomery. He's hot at the moment. He's hot, and Ray, Mel. Oh, in fact, all the Kiwis.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back to the Kiwis.
That's actually true, eh? A lot of the Kiwis are
they're all hot at the moment.
Yeah.
Anyway, can't wait for the Samoans to turn up and fuck you guys up.
The naked Samoans. Yeah. They're so good.
The Papua New Guineans. Yeah. Anyway, we're traveling to Epping, and have you done an RSL before?
I've done one.
Where was that?
I forgot, but it's I did one of these laugh track ones before as well.
Yeah.
It's always interesting because I feel like my style is not conventional, so...
You're not that
nice.
Unconventional?
Yeah, I wouldn't say so, but it's also not normal.
Right, okay. Well, I'll be watching carefully.
Oh, man. My idol?
One of your idols. Who is your idol in comedy, though? Who did you look up?
Probably say, probably the guys you mentioned, Guy, Ray, Aaron. They're all, the goats, in my opinion.
Of course.
Yeah.
Brad, have you done RSL before?
I did an RSL with an American comedian, and he looked at all the weapons outside, the cannons and stuff. Yeah. And I said to him, we take our beer pretty seriously here. Don't try and get it.
Because you know what they are, though. They're a return service club. But, I mean, there's not many diggers left to go to the RSL.
No, and then I went in there and I got told to take my hat off.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's annoying. They do that. They do that.
Yeah.
It's a respected diggers.
It's
Yeah.
part of my. It's part of my persona.
Well, yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
right.
no, RSL's good. Yeah.
They're generally pretty good now.
Is this rugby or is this
No, not
AFL?
rugby. No, it's return. It stands for Return Service Leagues. So they were set up for soldiers that came back from the war, and but now they're just like a club. You know what I mean? Like a sportsman pokey kind of
Yeah.
place.
But Melbourne people don't play rugby, do they?
No. There is rugby in Melbourne, but it's AFL here, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be mentioning fucking rugby, mate. Don't worry, when you go to Queensland, like, don't fucking mention that bloody shit you play down there, mate.
Oh,
All
they're
right.
rugby people. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Don't mention the war either.
Don't mention the war. Well, it's going to be great, Henry. Can't wait to see you. And
Oh,
we'll
man.
come back afterwards, everyone. Stay tuned to see how Henry goes at his second ever RSL.
Wait,
and Brad's probably 1,000th RSL.
Oh
like me.
man, can't wait to bomb.
No, don't. You're not going to bomb. Don't talk yourself down. I don't like it.
Ah,
Don't mention the war.
oh yeah,
You know.
that's true. But you know, like I had this review.
Are
once.
you Chinese? background?
Yes, yeah.
Just Chinese? You have parents from the mainland or
Yeah, I like how when you said that, I felt a hint of like
racism?
No,
I'm not racist.
just a bit of like wary because you're like, oh shit, am I allowed to ask?
No, I thought you were Chinese, but Australia's never been at war with the Chinese,
Yeah.
as opposed to Japan or.
Oh
Vietnam.
yeah. But I think, well, from I don't really know much about it, so but I know older generations, they are
Racist.
I wouldn't say racist.
Aussies, yeah, I'd say they are. I'm thinking of my parents, my dad. Anyway, we'll see if they're racist here. We'll go see how we go.
Oh man, can't wait.
Say bye, Brad.
Bye bye. I'll see you. I'll speak to you soon.
All right, we're back on the debrief. We've done the Epping RSL, and boy, what a triumph. Henry, you were great.
I just saw my idol, Dave O'Neill.
Yeah,
just absolutely.
And Brad.
And Brad is,
Yeah.
These guys, they are,
It was a masterclass for you. You
Yeah.
just stood back, you watch Brad, you watch me, you go, now I know what to do. This is.
Well, it's more of like I've learned what not to do.
Yeah, it was
And-
true.
Once you know all the stuff not to do, then you
Yes.
become.
Well, that's actually a good point too. Like, I remember Rod Quandock saying to me, "Don't just watch good comedians, watch bad ones."
Yeah, exactly. You are, yeah.
Yeah, so you are.
I've changed my tone now that the recording has started.
Yeah. And we're trying to teach Henry about networking. You know, like
yes. I was watching the network.
I had to network with a barman to get free drinks.
Yep, he networked with money.
Yeah. Well, let's just mention. Well, I got free drink because the barman's like, "What movie were you in again?" I said, "The Nugget." "Oh, that's my favourite movie. Don't worry about these drinks." And then I said, "Can I get a meal?" "Oh." Then some manager stepped in and said, "I said, well, what about a staff discount?" So I bought 2 meals for you guys, basically.
Oh man, thank you for the meal. It was.
How was the food? It looked good.
Yeah,
How was the food, Brad?
Food was great. See, Henry, they bought 2 meals, one for you, one for me. That's networking.
That is networking. That's networking.
No, but see, if you're trying to suck up to me and Brad, you should have bought the meals.
Me,
And, yeah, you should have bought the meals.
but like.
I thought I was getting them for free, let's be honest. And then she bought it that tap and go thing. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
I said, I'm paying cash. I don't want my wife to see that on the credit card statement. Why are you spending $50 at the Epping RSL? Well, I bought Brad and Henry a meal. Yes.
Yeah, after I drove them there.
Yeah, I drove them there. It paid for their food.
If your wife ever asks me, I'm gonna deny it.
Yeah, just
I'm
deny
gonna
it.
say, nah, he did it for something else.
Hope you enjoyed your fish and chips. But the meal looked good. Was it nice?
Yeah, thank you. It was very yum. It was good meal, and then good watching 2 masters at work.
And how would you describe the crowd, Henry?
Probably it was your crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Now the
hell.
crowd was
We nearly crashed. I nearly killed both of you.
dude.
Anyway,
If this is
keep
the-
going. We're fine. We're fine.
Well, if these are our last words, then
Yeah.
I would love that.
That's the black box. Yeah, recording.
But I feel like the crowd was nice.
They were nice. They're older, a bit older.
Yeah, they were older, so yeah. I
We
felt
loved
like, yeah, certain material they liked, and then certain ones they don't.
No.
But sometimes I wonder, it's probably a skill issue.
You know what it is? It's having a lot of material to call on, and then looking at them going, I reckon they'd like this. And when you do a little bit of that, you do more of that.
But here's the question. Isn't art supposed to be you're showing them what you want to show them?
Yeah, but that's okay when you're doing your own show. But when you're doing the RSL in Epping, you've got to, you got to pander to them a little bit.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and to an extent, like you can do art, and you just go, I'm just going to paint everything black, and nobody's going to look at it because it won't translate to people. Art still has to be translatable to people. They have to be able to get it.
Yeah, you understand that, Henry. You're intelligent. You're an engineer. You're not stupid.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, but see, if you're doing your own show, you can do whatever you want. Did you do the comedy festival this year?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was awesome.
What'd you do?
Chinese Museum, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It's really
Is
nice,
that because you're from New Zealand?
Hey, got
whoa.
Whoa,
Were you the only
you're-
Chinese person in the Chinese Museum?
I think I was one of two,
Oh,
one
okay.
of three.
What's it like as a room? I've heard people talk about it.
It's not.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Like,
Like
be diplomatic. It's all right.
it's nice if you have fans.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, because
right.
you're not gonna get many walk-ins.
No, but
I
no one
found.
gets walk-ins anymore.
Town Hall gets a lot of walk-ins.
Oh, do
though.
they?
Yeah,
Still?
yeah, a lot. Like
Okay.
talking to a few of my friends who did Town Hall, and they're just like, oh man, a lot of them were just walk-ins.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, that's awesome.
They weren't
Yeah.
coming down to Beer Deluxe where I was doing. Fed Square.
Yeah.
Walkouts.
Oh mate,
Yeah.
mate.
Wow. Yeah.
But it was really fun, and I guess doing it's crazy because that was my first solo show in Melbourne, and then it was just crazy to have a lot of, I guess, have fans,
Yeah. How big
Yeah.
was the room?
About 40, I think.
What do you know? There's four. About four.
I wish I would have filled that.
I know, that would've been easy, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? No, that's a good number for if it's the first time.
Yeah, but it's crazy to just know that you have people that want to see you, I guess.
Yeah.
And,
It's good.
yeah.
That's
What
good.
size was your room?
45, but whatever. No,
Was it?
120. but I
Oh
didn't fill it
my
every night. I only did
God.
2 weeks. I didn't fill it every night. Like, I think the comedy festival, it's getting a bit harder. I don't know. I reckon.
You reckon?
Oh, I reckon.
Is it like too much competition or what
yeah,
is it?
yeah. When we started, Brad, how many shows, Brad? How many was it? About 50? 50 or 60 maybe?
Yeah, not even that many. In fact, I remember the first comedy festival guide I saw was 4 pages,
Yeah, and
front back, front
there's
back.
a lot of competition now. But anyway, that's just life.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
But-
crazy.
and everybody was supportive of each other back then.
Yeah, it was different. Anyway,
I just want to take Dave's customers.
yeah, just take them. Have all the debrief fans.
Well,
There's a lot of them out there, mate. There's a lot of them. There's thousands,
Can't
at
wait to
least
see
a
my
thousand.
fan base increase
Yes.
by 2.
Three or four. Come on,
Yeah,
Henry.
fair,
3 or
fair,
4.
fair. That's
Anyway, here we are.
yes.
Exciting times.
But I don't know.
What do you want to do in comedy though? What sort of what do you want to actually do?
Uh,
Some people get into it for. You seem to be. Do you want to just be a stand-up or?
Ideally, just stand up. But I've learned that you can't really build a big fan base just by doing stand up. I feel like
yeah.
a lot of your fans come from things that aren't stand up.
Clips and stuff
Yeah,
online or a
so-
podcast like this one, like the debrief. It's gonna be, next year there'll be hundreds of people there. What the? It's a debrief effect.
Oh man, of course, can't
It's a
wait. I'll
debrief.
put that on my poster.
Yeah,
Debrief.
debrief.
Yes.
Um,
But yeah, I think the dream would be just to do stand up. But obviously, I think you need to do other stuff.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, plenty of people just survive just on stand-up, but you got to diversify sometimes.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
you're right.
But
I don't know.
yeah, I
I'm
don't
no
know.
expert.
I don't know. A lot of the people that did come to my shows were just people who saw me do live comedy. So
Do spots. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
nice that people would see me.
Yeah.
By diversify, he means sell hot dogs.
Sell hot dogs, mate.
Oh man,
Anything.
dude.
What do your parents think now about your career? What's Dad? What's
well,
Handyman saying?
After various achievements.
We did the
and-
gala in New Zealand.
Yeah, and they saw that, and then like.
Did that go
like,
well?
Oh yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I sold quite a lot of tickets from that. So it was really
Oh,
good.
and winning Raw too, because that was
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah. So they kind of believe in me now. So which is nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but
That's
you know,
good.
I feel like that belief was
Faltering.
earned. Oh man, it's faltering now, but
Engineering career, like your
Yeah.
brother and sister.
Yeah.
Engineer.
Do you believe in your kids?
Oh yeah, sure. Not really. No. Yeah, absolutely.
Like if one of them said, "I want to do stand-up comedy,"
Yeah,
how would
that's,
you
I know.
react?
My wife's like, "Oh, why would you want to get into comedy?" I'm like, "We live in a big house. What are you talking about? I've done all right. What's wrong with
He
comedy?
lives in a mansion.
It's not a mansion. What's wrong with comedy? Comedy's a good career. It's fun. You know, like I worked in an office. I did teaching. They're hard. That's hard
Yeah,
work.
it's hard. That's
hard.
Yeah.
You know, so I would encourage them, but and my wife's like, well, if they want to get into showbiz, you can't help them. Fuck that! I'm going to help them. Wish someone helped me. I always said I never became a fitter and turner because Nepo. I want Nepo babies. I want my son Barney's got a good name for it. Barney O'Neill. That's a good name for a comedian. So is Kitty O'Neill actually. Kitty O'Neill's a good name.
Who do you reckon talent-wise has the most comedic talent?
Oh, we say, look, they're all pretty funny. You know.
That's a standard diplomatic answer.
Yeah, I know, but we
respect
say Barney's quite funny, the youngest one.
Oh, okay.
But he's young ones are often. Are you the youngest or what are you? In the
middle.
Middle, yeah.
Yeah,
Youngest are often the comedians because they've got an audience, you know. But he seems to crack a few gags.
Oh, that's good.
But I don't know if they will. My daughter's funny too, but she said she's more interested in writing, kind of, you know.
Writing?
Yeah,
Like books?
writing. I know TV shows.
Oh, okay.
She'd be a good writer, I reckon. Like, and I said, yeah, get into it. Anyway, I'd encourage them because, you know, as I always said, I didn't want to be a fitter and turner because I didn't want to turn up to the lathe and have people go, well, he's good, but he's not as good as his father, Kevin.
Question for you then. So if you're say Barney, you know,
Yeah.
what would you give him the roadmap to becoming
A comic.
Dave O'Neill?
Well, at first I get instantly jealous and try and sabotage his career.
Get him on the debrief then.
Get him on the debrief. Okay, you're going to do a gig with Henry tonight and Oaksy. All right, you've got to fill in for me at Epping RSL, Barney. Say Dad's sick, but I'm going to have a crack. No, you know what? It's all about.
What?
Brad, it's all about time on stage. That's the only way to learn how to do stand-up.
Oh, yeah.
Apart from doing a course with Brad Oakes, School of Hard Knock Knocks, look it up if you're thinking about it. But a course is good to get you started, but there's nothing beats time on stage.
I'm
nothing.
a hater of courses, to be
Don't
honest.
say that Brad runs a course.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brad.
No, that's
I'm sorry.
Hang on.
So why do you hate them?
I think they tend to make you not unique.
Oh, yeah, but it's only for 3 or 4 days. It will soon
Yeah,
rub
but when-
off. Any
like,
of that
I
stuff they
feel
teach will
like-
rub off.
If you're funny, you already know how to be funny.
Nah, not always. But also, the course that Brad runs, you get to do a gig at the end of it in a supportive environment. I reckon that's important.
Yeah, and I don't teach people to be funny. I coach people in how to do stand-up comedy because you don't know, and you still don't know, even though you've won Raw, because of the conversation we had before. You still don't know that you have to talk to people in order to get your comedy across. And there's so many things you could learn if people could just tell you rather than have to learn them yourself. But as Dave said, the funny bit, you have to learn on stage.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
have to do a real lot of it.
Nothing beats stage time. It's like the 10,000 hour theory. Nothing beats it, I reckon. And just get up and do a gig anywhere you can, whether it's at a 21st or at a party between bands, whatever. No matter how shit it is, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's my advice to the young people out there. All the old people thinking of having a crack at stand-up. Of course, I don't have to do those gigs anymore. And thank fuck. Anyway, I'm going to ask you guys the questions. I asked everyone these questions, Henry.
Yeah.
I'm going to call you Harry then.
Call me Barney.
Barney. Henry Barney. What went well tonight and why, you reckon? What went well in your set? Like, yeah, yeah, Brad, give the mic to Brad. He'll answer it.
Okay, look, I think Greg's very well organised. Laugh track comedy,
Yes.
very well
He
organised.
does a good job, Greg Fiddler.
You know, all started on time. I liked his little
Yes.
countdown clock there. You know, although for people,
He had a countdown clock, which was
yeah,
great.
yeah, which is usually it's great. You know, because you can just see your time and everything. It's only bad when you're having a shit gig.
Yeah, or when Henry stands in front of it.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck,
that's
out of the way?
right. Yeah, there's
Not
a
that you
tip.
did that. Okay, give the mic.
sorry.
Henry, have you had to think about it, Henry? What went well in your set?
In my set.
Because they warmed to you. They really liked you straight away.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think like the stuff that it was going really well at the start, and then I was like, oh man, I want to do stuff I really want to talk about, and then it
Dropped
didn't-
off a bit, sure.
yeah dropped
sure.
off, and then I was
Well,
just trying to figure out like
Yeah, what do they want?
why, because in some like I find like in some rooms like if
Yeah.
I do basement or whatever, and it's like when they like me, I can just say whatever, and then everything's funny,
Okay,
and then I was
right.
just wondering like.
Well, that's
is it
my
the-
next question. What didn't go well?
Yeah, but it was just like that portion in the middle, and I was just trying to figure out like why.
Well, if the concepts are maybe too intellectual, you know what I mean, they may not get onto that sometimes, I reckon. Any organisational hazards, is anything wrong with the room? I'm going to answer that. I had to pay for the meals, all right? Greg should organise free meals. Oh, no, you know, and free drinks. I said to Greg, can I get a free drink? He goes, what did he say?
He said we
We
don't
don't
have
any drink
privileges.
Drink privileges?
Yeah.
But thank God the barman was a fan of the movie The Nugget I was in 20 years ago, and he gave us free drinks.
Drink privileges sounds like something in prison, doesn't it?
I know.
Right. I think organisational wise, I don't think if you have a really good line of sight to the countdown clock that any comedian should stand in front of it. So thus ruining your line of sight to it.
It was,
Um,
I love that clock.
yeah.
How can we do better next time, guys?
And
Get a free meal.
It
Let me not pay for the meals.
yeah. Well,
Or me pay for a meal and eat it. I'm trying to lose weight, though. I don't want to eat at night, late at night.
I'll leave some money down the back of the
Yeah,
seat
leave me
here.
some money on the dash. Anyway, Brad, thanks for coming on the podcast again.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you were thinking of getting into comedy, go to have a look at School of Hard Knocks. They've got some very good coaches coming up.
Schools.
Or he's against Henry.
I just tell it like it is. man.
Henry, or just bring Henry up and he'll teach you one-on-one. But
I
also,
don't
not
teach
just
anyone.
comedy, engineering. He's fucking got everything
mate,
covered.
Mate, it's all about intuition, is what I say.
And how can people find you? They may have listened to all those thousands of people listening going, I
man.
want to see a bit of Henry action. Where can they see you?
I would love 2 more followers on my Instagram.
What's your handle there?
_Henry_Yan. Yep.
Okay, Henry.
So I'll be waiting for the 2 more followers.
Yeah. No, you'll get a few.
Oh, I hope
Henry,
so. Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Henry. It's been awesome.
Thanks so much for having me.
No worries.
My idol.
No problem.
Yeah,
No
I
problem.
hope to be like Barney.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. And I'm Brad Oakes signing off.
Yeah, and no worries buying your meals. Not a problem at all.
Oh, mate, I can't wait to get another free meal.
Yeah.
I'll probably.
You're going to demand it.
Next time I'll check the menu. I'll see what's at the
lobster.
top. Yeah,
$80 bucks.
Yeah.
Lobster.
I'll take
Anyway.
2 of them.
Take one home. Good on you guys. Thank you. It's been the debrief. Yeah, signing off. Don't know why I'm speaking like this. The debrief. Let's have that.
Bye.
Chocolate.